They don't appear on Forbes or magazine covers, their names are not household words, instead they operate in the shadows, far from public scrutiny. Architects of our reality. These are the unseen hands guiding capital, influencing politics and shaping history. Their wealth spans generations, passed down like royal decrees. These are the billionaire families no one talks about, the true shadow players of our global system. Tonight, we peel back the layers of secrecy to reveal how they control the world. The world you know is just the stage. Tonight, we look behind the curtain. In the theater of global wealth, the spotlight is on the visible players, tech moguls, celebrity billionaires. But this is misdirection. The true elite don't seek the stage, they own it. Their greatest asset is anonymity. To be known is to be vulnerable. These families perfected the art of operating from the shadows centuries ago. True power isn't about having your name on a building, but owning the land, the bank, and the political levers behind it. Their wealth is a silent river, nourishing their power while remaining unseen. Think of a forest. The visible trees are impressive, but the hidden mycelium network below is what truly sustains life. These families are that network. They connect industries, governments, and finance in a web so deep it forms the foundation of our world. They don't make headlines with hostile takeovers. Instead, they quietly acquire strategic stakes, place loyal agents, and shape policy from within. Their influence is subtle but relentless, like water eroding stone. They fund think tanks, influence media, and endow universities, shaping the very frameworks of society. Their gatherings are private, their alliances strategic, their children groomed for legacy, not fame. Their wealth is hidden in trusts, shell companies, and offshore accounts, impossible to measure. Forbes can only guess. Their true power is the iceberg beneath the surface. This isn't conspiracy. It's the logical result of generations preserving and expanding influence. It's a culture of silence, not secret plotting. The system itself is their plot. As we live our lives, we navigate a world meticulously sculpted by this invisible elite. The products we buy, the news we consume, the choices we're offered, all are shaped by them. They have created a world where the house always wins. To understand our world, we must learn to see the unseen. The hand that moves the pieces is rarely the one in the spotlight. Welcome to the world of the invisible elite. To speak of hidden power is to speak of the Rothschilds. Their story is the blueprint for transforming wealth into dynastic power. It began in 18th century Frankfurt with Mayor Amschel Rothschild, who saw that lending to governments was the ultimate power. His masterstroke, sending his 5 sons to Europe's financial capitals, creating a multinational family empire. Their private network moved information and capital faster than kings. They financed wars, profited from peace, and played no favorites, loyal only to the family's balance sheet. The legendary tale of Nathan Rothschild at Waterloo, using secret intelligence to manipulate markets, captures their essence: information, speed, and market mastery. They became market makers, shaping perception and reality. They funded empires, controlled infrastructure, and quietly shaped the modern world. As scrutiny grew, they retreated from the spotlight, making their holdings more opaque and influence more subtle. Today, Rothschild & Co. still advises on global deals, but their true reach is broader, hidden stakes in mining, media, and agriculture. Their legacy is myth and privacy, fueling endless speculation. They taught the elite visible wealth can be taxed, invisible influence is permanent. The Rothschilds didn't just build a banking dynasty, they created the template for enduring, hidden power. Their story is the foundation for every family that operates in the shadows. They mastered being everywhere and nowhere at once. Their silence is their shield and their power. The Rothschild legacy endures, woven into the fabric of the global system. They are the architects of invisible influence. If the Rothschilds are old world power, the Rockefellers are its American incarnation, built on oil. John D. Rockefeller saw chaos in oil and imposed order, his order. Standard Oil became a machine for total market domination, using ruthless tactics to crush competitors. By the 1880s, Standard Oil controlled 90% of U.S. refineries and pipelines, a monopoly so complete it forced the creation of antitrust laws. The 1911 breakup of Standard Oil didn't end their power, it multiplied it. The family retained stakes in the new companies, Exxon, Mobil, Chevron. John D. Rockefeller Jr. realized that to survive in a democratic age, the family needed more than money. They needed legitimacy. Enter strategic philanthropy, the Rockefeller Foundation, General Education Board, and more. Their billions shaped medicine, science, and education, funding penicillin, eradicating diseases, and building universities. But this generosity was also influence, setting research agendas, shaping curricula, and promoting globalism. They funded institutions like the Council on Foreign Relations, forging elite consensus behind closed doors. The Rockefellers mastered soft power, attracting and co-opting rather than coercing. Their influence extended into politics. Nelson Rockefeller became vice president. David Rockefeller, as head of Chase Manhattan, was a global statesman. The line between family and national interest blurred. Today, their fortune is managed through trusts and Rockefeller capital management spread across hundreds of heirs. Their true legacy is in the institutions and paradigms that shape our world. They turned oil into permanent, institutionalized influence. The Rockefellers redefined what it means to control a nation and a century. Their power is now woven into the very fabric of society. The dynasty endures, quietly steering the course of history. Their story is the American blueprint for hidden power. In the Arabian desert, the House of Saud wields power on a scale few can imagine. Their wealth comes not from banking, but from sovereign control of oil, the world's most vital commodity. The 1973 oil crisis transformed them into a global superpower, flooding the kingdom with petrodollars. Saudi Aramco, the state oil giant, is the world's most valuable company, its profits the personal domain of the royal family. The line between state and family wealth is blurred. Their fortune exceeds $1 trillion. The Public Investment Fund, or PIF, is their tool for global influence, investing in tech, entertainment, and sports to shape the future. Each investment is a strategic move, buying not just assets but global relevance and soft power. The family is vast, but power is concentrated at the top, allowing for decisive, long-term strategy. As guardians of Islam's holiest sites, they wield religious and geopolitical influence across the Muslim world. Their pact with the U.S., oil for security, anchors global stability and conflict. The House of Saud fuses monarchy, resource wealth, and modern finance into a unique dynasty. They are converting oil into a permanent stake in the global future. While others operate in the shadows, the House of Saud operates its own system, its reach truly global. Beyond the legendary names, there's another tier of invisible elite, families whose products you use daily, but whose names you don't know. The Walton family, heirs to Walmart, control nearly half the company, worth hundreds of billions. Walmart's decisions affect millions of workers and reshape global supply chains. Through their foundation, the Waltons shape education policy and public debate. The Mars family, behind M&Ms and Snickers, also dominate pet food and veterinary care. Mars is private, owned entirely by the family, allowing for secrecy and long-term strategy. Their fortune exceeds $100 billion, yet they remain deliberately obscure. The Koch family, through Koch Industries, built a vast private empire in oil, chemicals, and more. Their true power is political funding, think tanks, advocacy groups, and campaigns to promote deregulation and protect their interests. Their network shapes research, policy, and public opinion, blocking climate action and influencing laws. These families show a modern path to dynastic power, private empires leveraged for social and political influence. They are a new aristocracy, hidden behind familiar brands. We see the product, not the power, the debate, not the network funding it. Their invisibility is their greatest strength. They have mastered the camouflage of modern capitalism. If these families are so powerful, why aren't they common knowledge? True power thrives in the shadows. Fame is a liability, invisibility an asset. They use layers of trusts, offshore accounts, and holding companies to obscure their wealth. Tracing ownership is nearly impossible, even for regulators. Media, owned by corporations, has little incentive to investigate the system it profits from. It's safer to report on celebrity billionaires than to untangle the web of real control. These families actively cultivate invisibility, employing PR experts, lawyers, and lobbyists to manage their image. Charitable donations create a firewall of goodwill, discouraging scrutiny. The public prefers simple stories, self-made billionaires, clear heroes, and villains. The slow, abstract story of dynastic power is harder to grasp. Any attempt to expose it is dismissed as conspiracy theory, chilling serious inquiry. Their influence is so foundational it's like the air we breathe, essential, invisible. They are not a secret cabal, they are the operating system of society. Their silence is the ultimate expression of power. Their greatest achievement, convincing us they do not exist. We've journeyed through the hidden corridors of wealth, from old world banks to oil fields and private boardrooms. The names and fortunes change, but the principle remains: true power seeks invisibility. The billionaires we see are just the visible peaks of a vast submerged mountain of control. The real question: who controls the rich? Who shapes the climate they operate in? The answer is these silent dynasties. They own the networks, the platforms, and the companies that shape our world. To understand the world is to understand them. Subscribe to Behind the Taste for more, and get your free survival book in the description.